Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling depressed? And the depression comes out of nowhere. Now, these are all signs and symptoms of purgatory state. Yes, when I say purgatory state, I mean when you feel those things, especially for nothing, basically, that means that you're in purgatory state and you have one last chance to get your soul right. Basically, what that means is you have one last chance to. I'm tweaking. My bad, people. I'm tweaking. I'm off the piff. Now, look, you have one more chance to go the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, it's like me going through my journey, you know, like basically, like from the past 5 years and looking at myself at the present moment, I would say that I came a very, very low way. Because, like I said, I used to listen to heavy metal a lot. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it sometimes, but I used to listen to heavy metal a lot. And at the time, it was funny because this was when I first started hearing about that Illuminati stuff. Like 2011, 2012 type shit. And I'm looking like, man, that shit don't exist. But that's what they was talking about, Illuminati and heavy metal and shit like that. And, I used to sing the lyrics and shit. But what I didn't know that singing lyrics to a lot of songs is putting spells on yourself because when you play it backwards, it tell you what they're really saying. And, English is a backwards language, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of record companies, they go to the bottom of the record company and they put the music on the, like, they put the music on a pentagram, and do spells over it to make you act a certain way. Real shit, people. So when you speaking that knowledge shit, I mean, not speaking that knowledge shit, when you rapping their lyrics or you singing their lyrics, you could be saying spells. You don't even know it. And that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was putting spells on myself. And it was horrible because, like, my mind was so fucked up at that point that every time I closed my eyes, I would see, like, me watching TV and shit like that. Like, I couldn't, like, get a peace of mind for shit. You know what I'm saying? I was depressed a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to find happiness, any way I can. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk about people a lot and shit, and I realized that wasn't the way to go because just because you feeling down and you talk about somebody, that's going to bring you up for temporary gain. You know what I'm saying? But in the long run, karma will come back around and fuck you up for that shit. Real shit. So I had to find enlightenment from somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm looking like, fuck it. I'm not going to get no energy and no knowledge by doing that type of shit. So I got to find the right way. You know what I'm saying? I always used to be into knowledge, because I came back on this planet with a certain amount of knowledge. It was so funny because I used to sun gaze when I was a child. Yes, like real shit. I didn't know what I was doing. I used to just rebel against the school system. They say don't stare at the sun. And one day I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna stare at the sun. You know what I'm saying? That shit was helping me out. I didn't even know. But it was crazy because I was preaching that backward shit at this time. Like now I'm talking about 2012, 2013. Right this time I'm talking about Pleiadians and reptilians and shit like that, conspiracies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This around that time, chemtrails, this when all that shit first like hit the shit heavy. And I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. And I'm telling everybody about this shit at school and shit. Didn't even know. I didn't even know what I was talking about. That shit was a deception. So next you know, one day I was at home playing Call of Duty and whatnot, Black Ops 2, and I was like trying to search for some shit on YouTube, like something. I ain't know. I typed in like some with aliens in it or whatever, and I scrolled all the way down, to the bottom of YouTube, and I seen the 13th Son video. It was like an old video that I don't even know if he probably even still got on here, but it was called uh, like meaning behind dreams, and he was telling you about like people going on elevators in their dreams and stuff like that. I seen that video, and once I seen that video, it changed my life forever because everything he was saying, I couldn't comprehend it at first. Like it was fucking my mind up. Like if you just come into awaken, tell me if I'm lying. When you first hear this type of knowledge, it feel like your head really finna explode. That's how you know that you coming into awakening. If your head feel like it's not finna explode when you first hear this shit, then you know what I'm saying, it's not meant for you. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like once you start hearing this shit, you start looking at life differently, and you start peeping the signs. This is exactly how it goes. When you on your journey, when you first start off and get into an enlightenment level, everything starts off slow, and then you start seeing everything. And then once you get to a certain point where you sun gazing, you looking at the moon. See that? You looking at the moon, you know, and you doing everything right. You eating right, you living right, you know what I'm saying? You doing all this stuff. You start to see things change, you know, and turn into a different paradigm shift because we all have different realities, even though we are on the same plane. Everybody has their own multiple reality. That's why it's called co-creators, you know what I'm saying? Like Call of Duty and shit like that, co-op, two players, you know what I'm saying? It's more than one person on this planet. So multiple realities, same plane, you know, so when I was coming to this stuff, it was kind of hard to take. But then, once I seen the 13 Son video, I started watching all his videos, and I started understanding. And then I'm like, I started figuring out who I am. And then it came to one point in time that I found out who I am, and I know who I am, you know. And I know everybody has a mission on this planet. And when I say that, that mission could be anything, you know. It's just all about finding yourself and knowing that you are comfortable in your own skin because a lot of people, they get bullied. That shit ain't cool, you know, because a person like whatever they like. Let that person be that. Let that person be. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody not born, everybody not raised in the same conditions. You know what I'm saying? I used to get picked on type shit because I used to fuck with you know, like Power Rangers. I used to fuck with Powerpuff Girls, Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Laboratory. I used to fuck with all that shit. Motherfucker used to like laugh at that type of shit, you know? And I still watch that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's 90s shit, you know, classics, but people like to laugh at people because they read. That's how you know it's the end of the world. You laughing at somebody because they got goals. It's like now, if you got a dream or a goal, and you say that to a person that don't have dreams or goals, it's like you public enemy number one. It's like you the outsider, but you try to do right for the planet. I don't know. Like, this just my journey, you know what I'm saying? How I discovered this stuff.